Immortal, invisible, God only wise. Okay, this is a cool hymn to sing. It is not one of my favorites to sing, personally speaking. Although if you are good at songs and you are good at the artistry of it, this is a good one for you, but not my skill. So also some of the meaning can be a little bit difficult, how best to really express the meanings here. So we're going to dig into this, and it's going to require maybe a little bit of explanation. Okay, stanza 1. Immortal means to live forever, really means to never die. Invisible means you can't see him, right? So God lives forever, can't see him? Maybe, because that concept really does continue on through the hymn. So I guess it feels a little bit awkward to say you can't see him, but again, that concept really is important in the hymn. So I guess stay with that. So God lives forever, can't gaze at him, all wise, light, bright, we avert our eyes. Eternal God, most blessed, most glorious. So I do eternal God for the Ancient of Days. Almighty, victorious, your name is great, we praise. Stanza 2. God never rests. Okay, well, one day he rested, right? The seventh day when he created everything, he rested that day, but he did that only as an example for us. So God never rests. Also, he is not in a hurry like we are, right? For him, everything has its right time, and he does everything at the right time. Not behind, not ahead, so not hasting. Silent as light. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. I don't know. Not wanting, not wasting. God is not poor. He's not lacking things. He owns everything, but he wastes nothing. So, how would you sign that? Not poor, or not missing anything, or say it the positive way, owns everything, but he wastes nothing. And then his might rules. Your justice soars above, same as mountains. Now, you could understand this to be that his justice is beyond our understanding. Like Isaiah chapter 55, verse 9, as the heavens are high above the earth, so my ways, as in justice, are higher than your ways, or your justice. And your clouds rain down, or your clouds pour out your goodness and love. Stanza 3. You give all life, great and small, or you give all life, great and small, humble. And this next line, understand this next line could be a false teaching called panentheism, meaning that God's Spirit is in everything and gives it life. So you could look at a tree and say, oh, God lives in that tree. That's a false teaching. We don't want to say that here. Do you understand what I mean when it says, oh, God lives in that tree? So I can go up to that tree and commune with the tree because God is there. No, not true. God tells us to find him in his word, in baptism, in the Lord's Supper, specifically in Jesus. That is where we see him. We don't say that God lives in all these different things. So anyway, that false teaching, we don't want to say that here. But this line could look like that. So how do we say this? Well, I think maybe there are two options. One is you yourself are true life. You give true life. Or you yourself are true life. With your people you dwell. I think either one of those would work. It conveys the idea, but doesn't give the false idea, the wrong idea. Okay, we blossom and flourish the same as a tree blossoms, then wither and die, but you change never. Stanza 4. Great Father, full of glory, pure Father of light, your angels worship you, adore you, and your glory or your radiance, they veil their sight. All laud, all praise we give you. Help us to see. Now, I would not do this because the next line says we can't see. Remember back at the first stanza, we said we can't see you. So here it's not meaning help us to see. This is help us to know or to understand. So all praise we give you. Help us to understand that your glorious light hides you, or your glorious light obscures you. Something like that. That's the idea, at least. So I'm sorry if it's not clear enough. This is a tough hymn, I think. Maybe you think, oh, it's easy. It's just beautiful pictures. Just draw the pictures. Well, good for you. If you have a wonderful way of signing this, please record it and post it. I would love that. There is one hymn that I found on YouTube that is pretty good, but understand it's signed for a deaf church. It's not really signed for interpreting. And if you interpret it the same as him, you're going to be behind. But I'm going to include a link to that just so you can see how he signed it. Some of it was very good. Some of the meaning you kind of missed. It's not going to show what I explained here, but it's very good signing, so it might help you. Anyway, thank you for watching. God bless you as you interpret this.